when a Russian invasion could start at any time if President Putin so decides. That includes in the coming days. We don't know whether President Putin has made that decision, but we do know that he has put in place the capacity to act on very short notice.
Once again, the Ukrainian government is urging calm. President Volodymyr Zelensky said he had not seen any intelligence that would indicate an imminent invasion. He said too much information about a possible offensive was sowing unnecessary fear. With News Time 12:44, back in this country, a chaotic scene in the Phoenix suburb of Buckeye early Friday morning, with bullets flying in all directions. A gunman inside the home exchanged fire with police.
9 Phoenix police officers are recovering from injuries after they managed to save a baby from a deadly domestic dispute. Police say the suspect shot and killed his ex-girlfriend on Friday before opening fire at the first officer on the scene. A man brought the baby out of the home a short time later as the suspect kept firing at officers who were trying to bring the infant to safety. The suspect's body was later found inside the home.
That's correspondent Michelle Miller. CNN is reporting that the 9 officers are among 15 injured in separate shootings across the U.S. in a 24-hour period. In a statement, the National Fraternal Order of Police President Patrick Yose said, "Enough is enough." Back in our area, a Newark police officer is under arrest, charged with a sex crime against a female Uber driver. Police say the 23-year-old Cron Bell is charged with 1 count of criminal sexual contact. He was arrested yesterday. 36-year-old woman reported to the Kearney Police Department back on December 11th that she was the victim of a sex crime while she was working as an Uber driver. Police say the victim told them that she had never met the suspect before, and he identified himself as a police officer. The suspect has been released pending a court appearance on February 25th. Quite a day weather-wise. We got 52 degrees going up to 60 later this afternoon, close to a record, and then turning much colder tonight with snow breaking out late and very cold and a little bit of snow tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, the low will be 18. Winds News Time 12:46. Up next, the latest controversy at the Olympics.
That's when I realized it's called a hamburger, not a handburger, because you carry it with your hand. I was wrong, people. Like that time I thought I couldn't make the perfect tap for football. I was wrong again, people. All I had to do was make a sportsbook tap where you can earn big rewards all Sunday long. Nobody's better at bettering things than diseases.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Saturday, February 12th, is a day of celebration in Manhattan's Chinatown. The Super Saturday Lunar celebration begins at noon. Become immersed in Chinese culture as colorful line and dragon dance groups parade down Mott Street to ward off evil spirits and bring smiles to everyone. Then explore the restaurants, bakeries, and shops after the parade and see all that Chinatown has to offer. Visit Chinatown.nyc to see what other events are planned to bring in the Year of the Tiger. Chinatown.nyc.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Choksey, your health commissioner.
And I'm Dr. Michelle Morse, Chief Medical Officer and Deputy Commissioner.
We're here to make sure you know that there are now COVID-19 treatment options. So acting quickly is key, right, Dr. Morse?
Yes. Treatment works best when you get it soon after you get sick. So it's important to get tested right away if you have COVID-19 symptoms or were recently exposed, even if you're vaccinated. If you test positive, talk to your doctor or call 212-COVID-19 to find out what treatment options are available to you and where they are offered. Treatment can help you feel better sooner and help you avoid hospitalization.
But remember, treatment is no substitute for vaccination. Get vaccinated against COVID-19 as soon as possible and get your booster dose when it's time.
Vaccines save lives. Please protect yourself, your family, and your community.
Thank you.
Illness's life-changing performance. Shenyun brings you beauty and wisdom of ancient China before communism. Lincoln Center, March 10th through the 20th. For tickets, visit shenyun.com. That's SHENYUN.com.
52 degrees in Midtown, going up to a high later this afternoon of 60. The record on this date is 62. Back in 2018. The full 4-day AccuWeather forecast coming up in 4 minutes. Winds News Time, 12:48. If you have a 401k or any type of investments like that, it's Probably good for your health to not check out their status this weekend. That's because it was a tough week on Wall Street, with stock prices tumbling again yesterday by more than 500 points. Who and what to blame? The instability of Ukraine and Russia, and inflation.
Between $250 and $300 extra per month. That is the amount that the average U.S. household is spending differently. This is according to Moody's Analytics. So inflation above 5% for the past 8 months. That's why we feel it.
That's correspondent Deidre Bolton. At the Olympics, we're expecting a ruling Monday in the case of a 15-year-old Russian skater who tested positive for a substance that is considered a performance-enhancing drug.
During the hearing here in Beijing on Sunday night, there will be 3 groups opposing Kamila Valieva's continuing participation in the Olympics: the International Olympic Committee, the International Skating Union, and the World Anti-Doping Agency. There will be one group asking that she be allowed to compete. That will be the Russian Olympic Committee. And on Monday, Beijing time, the Court of Arbitration for Sport will announce its decision.
That's correspondent Steve Futterman. The issue is that the confirmation of her use of the banned substance apparently was known in December, but only revealed on February 8th, after Valieva was allowed to compete in the figure skating team event on February 7th. Russia won gold at that event. Wins News Time, 12:50. The latest on the Biden administration's thoughts on picking a nominee for the Supreme Court. President Biden is planning to hold face-to-face interviews with the finalists, so to speak, as soon as next week. The president told NBC News earlier this week that he's taking a closer look at about 4 people for his potential pick. That understandably had the White House press corps buzzing Friday, asking if that means there are 4 contenders left. Here's White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki.
He is looking at a range of qualified individuals, strong legal minds, individuals with strong credentials, who have strong character and a dedication to the rule of law. But in terms of the specific numbers, I understand your question. It's natural it will be growing smaller.
And word is that the president's at Camp David this weekend studying his list of finalists. Back in our area, police are searching for the public's help in the search for 2 suspects wanted in connection with 2 robberies. First incident, January 27th, just after 7 p.m. on Riverside Avenue. Police say 2 suspects approached the 34-year-old man, displayed a knife, pushed the victim to the ground, kicked him in the head, and took his iPhone 13. Second incident, this past Wednesday at 127th and Morningside Avenue. One of the suspects approached a 16-year-old young man, took his iPhone and Apple AirPods. There is surveillance footage. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS. Wins News Times, 12:51. Time for traffic and transit once again with Russ Meyer.
Got a breakdown on the BQE, Bud. Want to tell you about it. Delays in the inbound Gowanus eastbound BQE extend from the Prospect up to Atlantic Avenue, with that blocking the right lane. Looking at it right now on our 10-10 winds jam cam, and it is indeed causing backups. We have got the Bell Parkway also a slow drive, traveling between Blackbush Avenue and Pennsylvania Avenue, but a good go all the way on out to the southern state. Beyond that, westbound, nothing of note. Farther east, here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3 on the southern state. Eastbound, we have slowdowns between Meadowbrook Parkway and 106 with roadwork, and word of an accident on the eastbound side of the LIE in the HOV lane over by Lakeville Road. If you don't use the HOV lane, and you won't get stuck in that. You can go with the northern state if you want to skip it altogether. Here is what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels at the Lower East River Crossing. The Williamsburg Bridge, you're a bit sluggish going into Manhattan once you come onto the Manhattan side, and it's busy both ways. South Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge is doing all right. We have alternate side parking was suspended today for Lincoln's birthday, but the meter rules remain in effect. The support sponsored by Jackpocket. Jackpocket lets you play official state lottery games on your phone. Use code RADIO for a free Mega Millions or Powerball ticket. Must be 18 or older to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Please visit jackpocket.com/TOS for full terms of service. I'm Russ Meyer. Our next report is at 101 on 10-10 Winds.
Thank you, Russ. Now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Once again with meteorologist John Ferrick.
Yeah, breezy, mild afternoon out there. Temperatures up near 60, probably just shy of the record high of 62 set 4 years ago. Colder air, though, starts to filter in this evening. It'll still be dry this evening. But then later on tonight, we'll see a little bit of snow break out. There could be rain mixed in at the onset. Temperatures fall tonight through the 40s and the 30s. But then we'll see that snow continue into tomorrow morning, leading to maybe a few slippery spots. Most roads, though, probably wet to slushy at worst. And then the snow moves away tomorrow afternoon. There could be 1 to as much as 3 inches on non-paved surfaces for the city, Long Island, the Jersey Shore, a little bit less off to the north and west. And then dry but bitterly cold tomorrow night. Anything wet will freeze up down to 18. Very cold Monday up to 28, and then temperatures rebound Tuesday and Wednesday. Right now in Central Park, 57 with some sun. And we're going up to 60 in town. I'm AccuWeather's John Feerick on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
With news time, 12:53. The jury in the Sarah Palin defamation trial resumes deliberations Monday. Jury of 9 New Yorkers, 5 women and 4 men, deliberated for about 2 hours yesterday afternoon. Palin is suing the Times and its former editorial page editor James Bennett for publishing an editorial that linked a map that Palin's Political Action Committee posted it to the 2011 shooting that killed 6 and wounded former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords. The editorial in question was actually published on the day in 2017 when Congressman Steve Scalise was shot at a baseball practice. The editorial was meant to address heated political rhetoric, but it erroneously said there was a clear link between the map that had crosshairs over congressional districts, including Giffords, and the shooting that wounded her. Bennett has maintained that once he realized his error for adding language about there being a clear link, he worked to quickly issue a correction. Palin's team has argued this was more than a small error. The Times attorney said a case like this could have a chilling effect on newspapers. If Seinfeld were still on the air, we might be hearing the phrase, "What's the deal with the Puppy Bowl?" For the record, the Puppy Bowl 18 kicks off a few hours before the Super Bowl. Team Rough and Team Fluff, 2 p.m. on Animal Planet. This year's game will feature pups from 67 shelters, rescues, and 33 states. The goal is to find the puppies' forever homes. Among the local dogs involved, Long Island service dog named Kirby. Harold McKenzie is Kirby's puppy raiser.
He is a Labrador Retriever. He was born on May 2nd. He's been training through America's Vet Dogs, which is a Long Island-based national nonprofit that provides fully trained service dogs and guide dogs to veterans and first responders free of charge.
More than 100 adoptable puppies are involved tomorrow playing for the Lombardi Trophy. Nice. Wins News Time, 12:55. Money Watch up next.
The ongoing breakfast debate deal. There are 3 schools of thought about dipping your McDonald's breakfast in ketchup. The first is that it enhances it. The second is that it doesn't. And the third is that it's just exciting to have an excuse to try more than one breakfast sandwich.
That hit the spot. Enjoy a sausage McMuffin with egg, bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or chicken McGriddles. Mix and match any 2 for just $5. Price and participation may vary. Single item at regular price cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Hey, New York City business owners, stop overpaying for internet and phone. Switch to Spectrum Business and get New York City's best deal for small businesses. Get blazing fast internet speeds of 600 megabits per second for just $49.99 a month, and phone for just $19.99 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's faster internet at an incredible price. Other providers don't even come close. Make the switch to Spectrum Business. Visit business.spectrum.com/ultra.
Wins News Time, 12:56. Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins. Here's Jeff Bellinger.
Cable and telephone companies have been in each other's businesses a long time, and now it's more competitive. More than a fifth of the new home broadband customers who signed up with the biggest providers last year went with wireless 5G.
T-Mobile and Verizon rolled out their first 5G services. We saw them win over 800,000 new subscribers.
Scott Moritz covers wireless for Bloomberg. He says the service is not available everywhere.
It's going to be patchy until they build out their networks more.
Households that can get the service may save money.
They start off with a $70 price and then lowered it to $50, all equipment included. About $80 is your standard price for a cable broadband service.
For their part, Comcast and Charter now resell Verizon wireless service to their cable customers.
They've been growing fast. Their offers are very cheap. The data plans are very generous. It's really done well for the cable companies.
Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Jeff Bellinger for 1010 Wins.
Wins News Time, 12:57.
Saving at the Home Depot means you can do more for less. Like making dishwashing easier with this KitchenAid dishwasher, complete with 3rd-level rack and a Pro Wash cycle that adapts to each load. Enjoy savings on top-rated appliances online, in-store, or on the Home Depot app. The Home Depot. How doers